Hallelujah. Welcome back, my friends. Thank you for support and continued viewership. Big thanks again for my brother allowing me to continue using his iPad Pro. Here we go. Simulation theory, my perspective on it, and why I think it's not a bad thing at all. Well, if the placebo effect is anything to go on as the capabilities of the mind and the body working together, mind, body, and spirit, if you believe and combined the potential of the three, I believe there is a recipe for a greater potential, greater purpose, and a higher level of reality can be achieved than we currently believe, as we see in movies, all these superpowers, mutants, or superheroes. Well, I'll give you a method or an example that you can actually try yourself while meditating in a high vibration state. So I call this method the green or golden planter tree method. And it is very simple. It involves focusing loving thoughts, kindness, and positive energy towards either a specific individual around you or another individual or a group of. They don't technically need to be close by. And imagine and clearly visualize a tree, a beautiful, glowing tree, positive energy coming out of the top of their head. It's a very simple practice, and I have personally done this and had my own father hum within a couple of minutes of doing this, which I found incredibly surprising. This comes along with understanding that Buddhist teachings of having only kind, caring, and loving thoughts in some sects and certain culture, that if done for 13 years, you can actually convert your body into light and leave this plane completely and bypass death. Whether this is true or not, I have not seen in this lifetime. But Buddhism being over 2,500 years old, I'd be very certain that they did not spend 25 generations on a mountain for no reason at all. And through my own practices, I've come to realize just how incredibly changing these experiences can be. And I highly suggest to anyone who's attempting the method that I've referred to do a Wim Hof breathing technique of 30 deep breaths and hold the 31st for 2 minutes. I recommend looking it up to get the full description of why it is extremely beneficial, as I did it twice before this video, and it is incredibly opening for the entire body, very relaxing, excellent for helping your body heal, as it provides an incredible amount of oxygen to every part of your body and parts of your brain that when breathing shallow you normally wouldn't get as much to. Now, with simulation theory being based on zeros and ones in code, through meditation, if you do believe this is a simulation, can understand that with the placebo effect and having unified mind, body, and spirit, and potentializing the most powerful form of energy in the world, or in existence, which is love, but not love as it's typically known in modern society, but the love of oneself and the not need for anything or any requirement being filled for you, and you alone possess all the love you truly need, and utilizing that potential energy and spreading it outward in the method that I've referred to would make, in my opinion, anyone a wizard, as without a word or physical action you can affect your reality with just the simple, kind and loving, warming thoughts that you are sending to someone. Now, if I've lost you, consciousness itself isn't limited to just the mind and the body. It is, in a sense, everywhere and everything. And as I am projecting myself, my energy into this camera, you are receiving a similar vibration as to the one I am giving off, regardless of whether it is through a screen or if it's simply a radio, a podcast. To touch lightly on the law of attraction and how it pertains to the idea of simulation theory is to do with the mirroring effect, where if you put out a certain amount of energy, of a certain vibration, you will get back energy of a similar vibration, or close approximation. Now, having witnessed this personally, it doesn't have to be the exact same energy. It could be, say, the missing half of, or not the missing half, but say you live your life a certain way and you meet someone who lives it almost the opposite. I have personally experienced this. And it led me on quite the journey, and here I've ended up. Careful with how you use your words and construct sentences, as you'll probably notice. I'll use the example of congress and progress. Congress getting us, well, nowhere useful, or not exactly progressing anywhere other than voting to fill their own pockets. And loads of useless bureaucracy. But when you say, "What's up?" or respond with "not much," if you say "not much," well, what exactly are you referring to? Normally the context would be what's currently happening in the day, but I've had an experience where lots and lots was up. And, well, let's just say when there's plenty things that are up, you aren't really looking down. And the effect of simple changing of the ways you speak deeply affects reality if you're consciously aware of the construction of the words you're using. Understand means you're below the understanding, or you're standing under. To overstand, well, be on top of things, wouldn't you? And then another one, intoxication. Under the intoxication, well, if you are over the intoxication, you can still make conscious decisions. So, say if a shaman, a spiritual master or guide, takes an entheogen or psychedelic substance, they would be over intoxication. Yes, they are being influenced by a substance, but they are simply visiting or aware of a different realm. They are not, in any sense of the term, fucked up. They're standing on top of the waters we would refer to as the deep end. So, if you've ever been told you're going off the deep end, make sure you say, maybe I can fucking swim.